Did you know that what we call aging isn't really about the years stacking up? I didn't believe it either at first. I figured the stiffness, the weakness, the slow stand-up from a low chair, that was just time doing its thing. Then I started looking at the research, and it turns out your body doesn't break down because you turned 50 or 60. It breaks down because you stopped moving the way you were built to move. 6 specific movements reverse that decline, and the last one quietly predicts how long you'll live. Let's start with the movement that rebuilds the foundation everything else stands on. The deep resting squat rebuilds the hip, knee, and ankle range of motion that sitting in chairs has slowly taken from you. Here's how to do it right. Think about your day. Hours in a car seat, hours at a desk, hours on the couch. Your body adapts to exactly what you ask of it. And if all you ask is to fold into a 90-degree chair shape, that's the only shape it keeps. The deep squat that every toddler can do, the position your ancestors rested in for tens of thousands of years, slowly slips away. Sound familiar? This hold rebuilds the full hinge of your lower body. Not so you can show off, but so getting down to tie your shoe or pick something off the floor stops feeling like a calculated risk. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, toes turned slightly out. Lower your hips down toward your heels, keeping your chest tall and your weight in the middle of your foot. The goal is hips below the knees, heels flat on the floor. Hold there and breathe. If your heels lift or you feel like you'll topple backward, hold onto a door frame or a sturdy chair for support, or place a folded towel under your heels. That's not cheating, that's smart loading. Start with 2 to 3 holds of 20 to 30 seconds. Build slowly toward a full minute. Every time you sink into this position, you're sending range of motion back through joints that have been locked at half capacity for years. Cartilage gets bathed in fluid. Tendons relearn length under load. This hold isn't really about your legs. It's about restoring the part of your body that decides whether you trust your own movement at 70. That's the foundation. Everything stacks on top of it. But the squat is only the ground floor. The next movement happens above your head, in a place modern life almost never asks you to reach. You might think hanging from a bar is just for younger guys with strong shoulders. What if I told you it's one of the most restorative things you can do for shoulders that have stopped reaching overhead at all? Here's what quietly happens. Your arms spend almost the entire day below shoulder height, typing, driving, scrolling, carrying. The overhead position, the one your body was built to climb and hang from, simply disappears from your week. The joint capsule tightens, the shoulder slowly loses the top of its range, and reaching for a high shelf starts to catch and pinch. This hang decompresses your spine and reopens the shoulder, so reaching up stops feeling stiff and risky. Find a sturdy bar you can reach. Grip it with both hands, palms facing away, hands about shoulder width apart. Then simply let your body hang. Keep a slight active tension in your shoulders rather than dangling completely limp. Breathe slow. If a full hang is too much for your grip or your shoulders, keep your feet lightly on the floor or a step and take only part of your weight through your arms. Aim for 3 holds of 10 to 30 seconds, resting fully between. When you hang, gravity gently pulls your spine long and rotates the shoulder back into a range it forgot. The grip works hard, the joint opens, and the whole upper body recalibrates. Think of it as installing a reset button in your shoulders, undoing a little of the forward hunched load that decades of desk life pressed into them. That covers reaching up, but the system that quietly carries everything else, every step, every stand, every lift, is one most men have never trained directly. But before we get to that, one quick thing. These movements work because your body rebuilds capability in response to the demands you place on it, not in response to wishful thinking. 6 movements are the entry point. They wake up the patterns. The full system goes much deeper. If you want the complete library, 50 holds organized for men who want to rebuild their joints, their strength, and their range without grinding anything down, I put the whole thing into an ebook. The full blueprint to wake up looser, move pain-free, and feel a decade younger doing the things you actually love. Links in the description below. Now let's get to that system that carries everything else. When was the last time you bent down to lift something heavy and didn't brace yourself for it first? For a lot of us, that hesitation crept in so gradually we never noticed it arrive. The back rounds. The knees take over a job the hips were designed for, and the posterior chain, the glutes and hamstrings that should drive every hinge, slowly goes quiet from disuse. By the time you're 60, you've likely lost a real chunk of the strength you had at 30, and you've been quietly compensating for it without knowing. Most men lose somewhere between 3 and 8% of their muscle per decade after 30, and the loss speeds up after 60. This hold rebuilds the hinge, so picking up a suitcase or a grandchild comes from your hips and not your lower back. Stand tall with a slight bend in your knees. Push your hips straight back as if closing a car door behind you, letting your torso tip forward while keeping your back flat and long. Go until you feel a strong stretch in the back of your thighs, then hold. Your weight stays in your heels, your spine stays neutral. The most common mistake is rounding the upper back or letting the knees drift forward into a squat. If the hold strains your back, shorten the range and rest a hand on a chair. Hold 2 to 3 rounds of 20 to 30 seconds. Holding this position teaches your nervous system to fire the right muscles in the right order, so the hinge becomes automatic again. After a few weeks, you'll feel something light up across the back of your legs and your lower back that hasn't switched on in years. That's the posterior chain coming back online. That rebuilds the back of you. Next, we steady the part of your body that keeps you upright every second you're standing. The side plank is easily the most underrated stability movement for men over 40. It loads the deep core and hip stabilizers in a way no crunch ever could. Here's the thing those muscles do. Every time you stand on one leg to climb stairs, step off a curb, or catch your balance, the muscles down the side of your trunk and hips fire to keep you level. When they weaken, you don't feel it as weakness. You feel it as a slightly wobbly step, a hip that aches, a sense that your balance isn't quite what it was. This builds the lateral stability that keeps you steady and protects you from the kind of fall that changes everything. Lie on your side with your forearm on the floor, elbow under your shoulder. Stack your feet, then lift your hips so your body forms one straight line from head to heel. Hold, breathing steadily, then switch sides. The common mistake is letting the hips sag toward the floor or rolling forward. If a full side plank is too much, drop your bottom knee to the ground and hold from there. That version still does the work. 2 holds per side, 15 to 30 seconds each. When you hold this, the deep stabilizers learn to switch on instantly and stay on, which is exactly what real life demands of them. Within a few weeks, you'll catch yourself moving with more steadiness, stepping off curbs and turning quickly without that little flicker of doubt you'd stopped noticing. That's your stability handled. The next movement targets something you use every single day and almost never train on purpose. When was the last time you carried something heavy in one hand across a room without your grip giving out first? This is the movement modern life replaced with shopping carts, wheeled luggage, and 2 trips instead of 1. Your grip and your trunk used to work constantly to haul, lift, and steady real loads. Now they rarely get the chance, and they fade quietly in the background until the day a heavy bag feels heavier than it should. This rebuilds grip and full body tension, so carrying your own groceries up the stairs stays effortless for decades. Pick something with real weight, like a loaded bag, a dumbbell, or a kettlebell. Hold it down at one side. Stand tall, shoulders level, core braced, and simply hold it without letting your body tilt toward the weight. You can hold in place or walk slowly. The mistake is leaning sideways or shrugging the shoulder up. Keep everything square and steady. If the weight is too much, lighten it. The point is honest tension, not a struggle. Hold or walk for 20 to 40 seconds per side, 2 to 3 rounds. Holding a real load forces your grip, your core, and your shoulders to brace as one connected system, which is exactly how your body is meant to work. This is the difference between hauling your own bags through an airport at 70 and standing there waiting for someone to help you. These 5 movements are building something real. But there's a 6th, and it ties the whole system together. It's a single test that quietly tells you more about your future than almost anything else. Ever watched a man in his late 60s wobble and grab the wall just trying to slip a sock onto one foot? That's the movement I want to close with, because the ability to stand on one leg is one of the clearest windows into how well you're aging. Here's what's fading without your permission. Balance isn't a single thing. It's your eyes, your inner ear, your ankle, your hip, and your brain all talking to each other in real time. Stop challenging that conversation, and it goes quiet. The result is the hesitation, the hand on the wall, the careful shuffle that creeps in before anyone expects it. This rebuilds the balance system itself, so you stay sure-footed and independent for the long haul. Stand near a counter or wall for safety. Shift your weight onto one foot and lift the other slightly off the floor. Hold, staying tall and steady, then switch. The challenge is to knead the wall less and less over time. The mistake is locking up and holding your breath. Stay loose and keep breathing. When it gets easy, try it with your eyes closed for a few seconds. Aim for 2 to 3 holds of 15 to 30 seconds per leg. Every second you balance, you're forcing your brain and body to rebuild the coordination that keeps you upright. And this is the movement I teased at the start, because research has found that the simple ability to balance and to grip strongly are among the strongest everyday predictors of how long and how well a person lives. This isn't about a party trick, it's about staying the man who moves through his own life on his own terms. For tens of thousands of years, your body was built to squat, hang, hinge, carry, and balance every single day. Give those movements back to it, and it gives you back the freedom it was designed to protect. Here's how to combine these into a simple weekly routine, 2 to 3 sessions a week, with at least one rest day between them. Start with the deep squat hold for 2 to 3 rounds, then the dead hang, the hip hinge hold, the side plank on each side, the one arm carry on each side, and finish with the single leg balance. Keep every hold controlled and stop well short of strain. 10 minutes a few times a week is enough to start. If you want the full progression, 50 holds organized week by week so you always know exactly what to do next, the link is in the description below. If this was useful, the next video you should watch is right here. I broke down 5 movements your body was built to do that quietly, keep you young, and most men stopped doing them years ago without realizing it. It pairs perfectly with what you just learned. Watch that one next.